this idea because I finished the book I was reading last night, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to show y'all the books that I'm choosing from to read next, basically. So you're gonna help me choose what to read next, and I'm really excited because this book that I just finished, I was sort of like, I feel like I was getting into a slump, a book slump, a reading slump, which for me, like, I don't ever stop reading, really, but when I get into a slump, for me, it's like, it just takes me longer to finish the book that I'm reading because I'm not feeling it, or I'm not in the mood for it, or just not speaking to me at the moment. So then it pushes me to put off the reading, and yeah, that's really it. Sorry, there's noise outside. But yeah, I feel like I've at least gotten into a pretty good habit, routine of reading pretty much every day. I mean, I don't like stress myself out about it if I just am not in the mood. I don't like turn it into a chore for myself. But yeah, that's kind of what a slump has been for me, at least within the last few years. It's just like, if I'm reading something I'm not into, or I haven't gotten like a good book in a few books in a row, if you know what I mean, then sometimes it just discourages me a little bit. I'm trying to be louder than the people outside right now. Anyway, I'm really excited that I finished that book because now we get to jump into the next one. So this is why this is really important, this choice specifically, because I need to read a book right now that I'm gonna love. And even if I don't end up loving it, like it's not 5 stars, I gotta at least just like be interested in the plot to a good enough extent, you know what I'm saying? But a 5-star would be great as well, that's all I'm saying. And let me say, I feel like the most 5 stars I've read this year have been romances. I don't know what it is, you guys. I think this year is the year of like romance books for me. I've always been a romance book lover. I really love every genre. I'd say my top genres are romance, thriller, fantasy, lit fic. Like, I kind of like a little bit of everything. But this year specifically, I feel like every romance book I've been reading has been so good. So good. So anyway, let's just jump right into it. I have 2, 4, 6, 8 options. I'm definitely a little biased towards some of them, but I also want to read all of them really badly. I have a crazy TBR. Like, before I started working at a bookstore, my TBR was manageable, and like sorry guys, it's gonna be a little rambly chatty video, hope you don't mind. But anyway, I would buy books and feel no guilt about it because I was like, I'm gonna read it, and I always did. But now that I work at a bookstore and I get like some books for free when I get ARCs from my store, and I buy so many more books now, I have a big lengthy TBR, so I just always feel like I'm chasing after the next book, like I'm running to my next read, because I'm just like, there isn't enough time to read all the books in the world, all the books that I want in the world. So yeah, anyway, this is a very important choice. I've been rambling for like 5 minutes, so let's get into it. And all the book girlies, please help me out. I am wearing my Good Luck Babe shirt. Happy Pride Month. Okay, let's just get started. So the first one I have here is The Ministry of Time. The Ministry of Time. This one has great texture. So this one, I had picked this up. It's an ARC. I picked this up from my store, and at first I picked it up because like the cover looks so cool, and then I read the synopsis. It sounds really interesting. It kind of gives like sci-fi but lit fic, kind of time travel, but also a romance love story. Like, it seems to have a little bit of everything. And the early reviews that I read before I actually took this were really positive. And then once this came out and the general public started reading it, everyone was saying such good things. So now I'm even more intrigued. And I have been wanting to read more fantasy. Some of my favorite books of all time are fantasy books, but I feel like depending on the moment in time that I'm reading it, like I can be more invested or less invested depending on what I'm feeling, what mood I'm in. The Ministry of Time. Ministry of Time. I've seen so many people like giving this 5 stars and just saying amazing things, like that this is their favorite book of the year. And so I'm so interested. It like has bumped it up to in my TBR list. The Ministry of Time. I'm trying to find like a good quote. Oh my gosh, it just got so dark. A good quote on the back. It says, what's the author's name? Kellyanne Bradley leaps into a storytelling league of her own. This book is deadly serious speculative fiction, but it is also one of the funniest books I've read in years. I missed it when I was away from it. I will hurry to reread it. Make room on your bookshelves for a new classic. What high praise, like, are you kidding? That's crazy. The phrase, I missed it when I was away from it, that is like such a telltale sign of a good book. Like, I have been there. When you get that attached, it's such a journey. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So we do have 2 like fantasy, let's say 2.5 fantasy, 2.5 romance, a lit fic, and then like 2 horror-ish. You'll see what I mean. Okay, moving on. I guess let's do it by genre. So the next fantasy book I have is Snow Globe. This one sounds so interesting. This is like young adult fantasy sci-fi. And basically what I've gathered is that it is about this universe, right, where climate change has completely destroyed the planet, and these rich elite people get to live in like this globe. They get to live inside the globe, and then the poor people kind of fighting the environmental factors in their life. Their one like comfort is maybe getting to live in the globe one day, and B, watching the people in the globe, because the people in the globe, it's basically like a reality TV show, basically. And so it just sounds so interesting. It sounds like it will cover so many just fascinating topics and social issues, and I don't know, I just think it will, hopefully if it's done well, tackle it in a really cool, interesting, unique way. It is a translated work as well. Yeah, it's Korean. Yeah, let me just read the back of this because it sounds so cool. It says, "How far would you go to escape the cold? Enclosed under a vast dome, Snow Globe is the last place on Earth that's warm. Outside Snow Globe is a frozen wasteland, but everyday citizens face the icy world to get to their jobs at the power plant, where they produce the energy Snow Globe needs to keep running. Their only solace comes in the form of 24-hour television programming streamed directly from the domed city. The residents of Snow Globe have everything: fame, fortune, and above all, safety from the desolation outside their walls. In exchange, their lives are broadcast to the less fortunate, who watch eagerly, hoping for the chance to one day become actors themselves." So yeah, it sounds super cool, especially like that last sentence, like become actors, like it kind of gives the impression that the people in the globe are not who they say they are. I don't know if you've read this. It just came out recently, not super recently, but February. If you've read this, please let me know what you thought. Okay, next, we'll dive into the romance genre. This is the one I'm probably leaning towards the most, is romance. The first one I have here is Blood on the Tide. Blood on the Tide. I tried. This one, I've never read anything from this author before. She's a pretty popular romance author. A very popular romance author. But this one had intrigued me. All I know about this, literally all I know about this, is the fact that it centers around like a vampire and pirate, question mark. I don't even know. A mermaid? A mermaid? I don't even know. I just thought it would be fun to read some fantasy romance. And it's really short. It's really short. So I got this. I actually just got this yesterday. Or not yesterday. No. Yeah, yesterday. It was yesterday. And this is actually the second book in a series. I didn't read the first one, but as far as I'm aware, they can be read alone. And I don't really want to read the first one, so I would never do that if it was like a proper series. But everyone on Goodreads said you can read it alone, because it gives more romance than fantasy. Like, it's almost like soft on the fantasy, you know? So yeah, this is the first one. This is a little more of a less traditional romance book. Look how shiny. again, the second romance book. This one I've had for a little while now. Just a little. Which is Late Bloomer. Late Bloomer. Late Bloomer. Wait, there we go. I thought about, this is off topic, slightly off topic, doing more of like a book video, but with me holding the camera and like tracing different covers and titles. Let me know if you'd like something like that. Because when I'm doing it like this, it's like so much harder. I feel like if the camera was here, I could just do it with my one hand and it would be more satisfying. So this is about a girl who she wins the lottery and she ends up buying a flower farm, but the flower farm already has someone living on it, like another owner. So the other owner is like, what am I supposed to do? You just bought my house, basically. At least that's from what I understand. And essentially they end up like living there together. It seems kind of like to have that forced proximity trope. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what happens after that, obviously. I didn't read the book yet. But yeah, sounds really cute. When I pitched these to my best friend, she said I should read this one. I'm just saying. But I had also only shown her these 3 romance books because I was pretty set on reading romance before this. Now I'm even more confused. So that's why I need y'all's help. Late Bloomer. Isn't this cover so pretty? Okay. The next one is another romance book. I also just bought this yesterday. I got paid like 2 days ago. So after I get paid, I always like let myself buy a book or 2 so that I'm not tempted the rest of the week. So yeah, this one is really new, this book. It actually technically hasn't published yet, but sometimes we receive books early, and if they're not strict on sale, then we can put them out early. But if certain ones like that people are really anticipating, we only put them out the day it comes out. But some of them we just throw out a few days earlier, and it's no big deal. So this one actually isn't published yet, but I'm sure your local bookstores have it out if you're interested. But yeah, anyway, this one is called Everyone I Kissed Since You Got Famous. Everyone I Kissed Since You Got Famous. And I feel like so many good romance books are coming out this year. Specifically sapphic romance books. That's primarily what I read. If not, like, exclusively the kind of romance books I read. And it's really exciting. Sorry, the train is loud outside, but it's really exciting that there's just so many new ones coming out. This cover's cute. I mean, it's not the best thing ever, but it's cute. I like the green and the yellow and the pink and the stars. And so this one is giving second chance romance. It's basically like about these 2 best friends, and then one of them becomes famous, and then eventually they end up coming back together for whatever reason. And yeah, it's very much giving second chance romance, but I'm very interested in the fact that one of them is famous, like is a celebrity. I think that's a really interesting point of view to follow. I actually read this book, this romance book called Stars Collide earlier this year, and that was another romance book where actually both the main love interests are famous. I loved that one. Like, that was a 5-star book for me. It was so good. It was so good. So good. Trust me. So I'm like, maybe that's a trope that I enjoy. Actually, when I think about it, there's one other book. It's called For Her Consideration. I love that book too. That was like 5 stars as well. And that also had like, one of the characters was a celebrity and then the other one was like an assistant for the celebrity's agent. So yeah, I love that one too. Everyone I kissed since you got famous. So yeah, let me know what you think is the front runner for the romance book at the very least. At the very least. Okay, next we've got 3 more left. 3 more. My legs are falling asleep. My legs are falling asleep. Are you falling asleep? Are you falling asleep? Feel free to close your eyes. Close your eyes if you want. I'll be here. Okay, I'll do the literary fiction next, which is Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead. I have yapped about this on this channel quite a bit, but I'm very excited for this book. I read this author's other book earlier this year. It's called, their other book is called Interesting Facts About Space. Interesting Facts About Space, and I loved that book. That was like 5 stars for me, or like 4.5. Very close to 5 stars. And this is, I believe, their debut novel, and it just sounds so good. Just, I don't even know what it's about. I just know it's gonna be a kind of quirky lit fic that follows a woman. And that's really all I need. It says, everyone in this room will someday be dead. Blends warmth, deadpan humor, and pitch-perfect observations about the human condition. So, it looks like the main character, like, essentially has this thing where she, like, can't stop thinking about death. So, I find that pretty interesting. See where that goes. See where that goes. And I mean, come on, the title is so intriguing. It's such a good title. Let's see. That little bunny on the front. Bunny. Do you think there's gonna be bunnies in this story? Or a rabbit? So yeah, this is the one, literary fiction. This one also really short. Really short. Okay, and then the next 2 I have are kind of like horror-ish. Okay, so the first one is The Invocations. The Invocations. Look at this. Look at this book. It gets even better. Wait. The pages are pink. Pink. And I love this version of this book because it's what I've learned. The term is case wrapped. Case wrapped. When the book is hardcover, but it doesn't have like a dust jacket that you can pull off. And I love that. I love the case wrapped books. They're so cool to me. So honestly, I don't really know what this book's about. I know there's magic. It's like sci-fi-ish, I believe, but also it kind of gives that like horror thriller vibe as well. Even from this cover, like look at this. It's like, you know, the normal face of someone, and then the smoke, like her eyes just like black. These ominous girls standing behind her. It says 3 girls, 1 supernatural killer on the loose. The real reason I want to read this is because this author's other book, House of Hollow, is one of my favorite books of all time. Like, that was a 5-star book for me. And so I figured might as well read the next book that they published. The implications. And also this book is literally just gorgeous, so I also wanted it for those reasons. But I was really excited to see this author put out another one. So yeah, this is the first sort of horror option. We're just gonna say it's in the horror category, just for the sake of this. I feel like some people will love that, some people hate that. Okay, and then the very last one is Monstrilio. That is just so fun to say to me, Monstrilio. And all I know about this one is it follows this main character who's a mother, and after her son dies, she carves out a piece of his lung to save for herself. And then I think the lung, I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think it starts gaining sentience, or maybe she's assigning sentience to it. I don't really know. But this is another one where everyone that has read this, I feel like, has said good things. I really like this cover, actually. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I just really like it. Like all those fun shapes and this little monster. So yeah, I feel like we have a lot of options across the board. If you've read any of these, please let me know. And even if you haven't, if you just have like suggestions or any bookish thoughts, fill me in. But please vote. Speaking of, have y'all listened to Please yet? I know you have. Also, if you're a Gracie Abrams fan, how exciting is it that she released Close to You, the full version? I've been listening to those 2 songs like back to back, plus like Charlie XCX's album. And yeah, this is just the year of music, you guys. I'm getting so off topic, but like, this is the year of music. It has been non-stop. Blessings. So yeah, let me know all your thoughts